Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. There has been so much going on. The California wildfires have been crazy. I have just tried to repost and talk about it on my podcast and donate as much as I can. What I've really been doing is taking, you know, slices of, whatever dollars that I can and give to as many organizations as I can. I know a lot of people are giving like lump sums to this organization or that organization, but I've been kind of breaking it up and, you know, giving some here and here and here because there's so many different organizations who need the help to help support the victims of the California wildfires, and also people within the entertainment community who have been doing amazing things, um, who have been directly affected. So I've been trying to just, whatever I can do, set aside and, you know, give a little here, a little there, try to spread it out a bit. It's been kind of mentally draining trying to wrap my mind around these folks who have lost everything. So definitely keeping them in my prayers. And, I wish there was more I can do. I've donated, and, there's organizations that are shipping and driving and bringing things to the West Coast area. So I've definitely got on that. So many different things. I mean, if you check my social medias, especially in my stories, I always repost things from different organizations. One of my top organizations is World Central Kitchen with Chef Jose Andres. I think he does amazing work. He and his team are just, they pop up all over the world wherever there is some sort of crisis, disaster, or whatever. I don't know how they do it. I don't even want to try to reason in my mind how they do it, but somehow they get it done. And they're usually one of the first people on the ground. So that's definitely an organization that I support and that, I encourage people to support because you see where the money's going and you see the outcome of your support that you donate. You see where it goes, you see how it's being used, and they're super transparent. So World Central Kitchen, it's wck.org, and you'll see all the information there on how to donate. And there's other things going on all over the world. Of course, Ukraine is still a thing. There's still happenings in different countries in Africa. There's so many different things. There's so many different causes that they cover. But I think that the wildfires, would pop up first on the screen. So, let's not forget about our folks in North Carolina who are still trying to recover, from tornadoes and hurricanes and all these sort of things. So let's not forget about other parts of the country that have been going through things as well. I know that we're all kind of, focused in on the California wildfires because, it's the latest news. It's the latest thing happening right now. But, it is exhausting really sometimes to even just to keep up with stuff. And I try not to inundate myself with too much news because you have to protect your mental health. So I'm sure you guys have realized by now. Oh boy, we've gone through TikTok was taken away from us, then it came back, and it's kind of unsure what's going to happen. Listen, what this is telling me is you need to have your own. Because when you have your own, you don't have to worry about people owning you. I can throw in there as well as we are on the eve of the inauguration, where we are ushering in a regime that we are unfortunately familiar with already. And this is the second go round. which I don't even know. I think we're just all kind of in denial, to be honest, a lot of us. But yeah, whatever side of the aisle you sit on, and I'm very vocal about certain things. And listen, yeah, I did not vote for Trump, but I also want to hold the people that I did vote for accountable for a lot of things as well. And we can't just let people slide just because you expect that whatever party that you are affiliated with, that they need to work for you. Your party works for the American people, and not just for the people that support them, but even the people that don't support them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's going to be tough. I think that we just have to concentrate on our own businesses. We have to concentrate on owning things. We have to concentrate on um, I don't even know what the word is. Yeah, we have to concentrate on being owners. We have to concentrate on, I would love to create millions of more entrepreneurs if I can encourage people. I'm not telling people just to leave your 9 to 5 job. I know you have children. I know you have bills to pay and all of the things. I get it. I'm in the same boat as well. I get it. But at some point, you have to be able to not have somebody pulling the strings like a marionette puppet. And I feel like over time, that's what these jobs tend to do. College doesn't really, well, for the most part, college doesn't really teach you how to be independent. They teach you how to be the best employee for someone else. And if that's what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to have something of your own. Don't let that be the only thing, because we saw what happened during the pandemic where jobs decided, well, we don't need this, and they were cutting all over the place, and then people were just left to hang out to dry. So I would suggest that even if you're gonna stick with that 9 to 5, because I did the same thing, had the 9 to 5 and the side hustle. Work on that side hustle and make it so that, God forbid, if your job decide that, they don't need you anymore, or they feel like, they're cutting back, or AI is replacing positions and all of this sort of stuff, that you have something else to fall back on. Because let me tell you something, corporate America they're not loyal to people. If you come through a company who has been loyal to you, it is an amazing thing and you're quite fortunate. But for the most part, they keep it moving. So you got to protect yourself, protect your assets, know what it is that you're doing, when you're doing financial investments and all that sort of stuff. So the TikTok ban really got me thinking about investing, and what are my investments and how strong are they and what are they doing, and all of that. It just has me rethinking and reworking and pivoting in this financial climate, that we're in right now. I also, in the news, I'm kind of giving a rundown of things, and it kind of goes along with what I'm talking about as well, where I see that Snoop Dogg and our dear friend Nelly, two rappers who are well known and well decorated and have always been well respected, have chosen to perform at various events happening during, this week of inauguration for the Trump administration, which is, I think that a lot of people are shocked, and I am not shocked, because I think that people are just going for the bag, or even if, because I also heard that they didn't actually get paid money. I hope they did, if they did. But even if they didn't get paid money, I'm sure their streams are gonna go up. They're gonna make the bag some kind of way. All money is not good money. I'm all for people getting opportunities in ways that, may be unconventional, but all money is not good money, because now you're going to carry this. And we all saw what happened with Chrisette Michele. I, one could argue that she is still trying to recover her career from performing for the first Trump administration back in 2016 or 17, whatever it was. And the world didn't forgive her. I will tell you now, I don't know if I see Snoop and Nelly being canceled. I think a lot of people, yeah, I think some people will, but I don't think it's going to hurt them the way that folks think. And I know that Snoop was never really much of a fan of Trump and has really, I believe, had a video out at one point, um, speaking against even performing at any of those events. So to come back now, years later, and now you are performing, you know, at an event is really like, it's disheartening, I think, for a lot of people. I don't follow Snoop, like that, of course. Love Snoop, love Nelly. I don't necessarily I don't follow them on social media or anything like that. But I definitely have supported their music in the past, but to be honest, I haven't for many years. But I did love the coverage and everything that Snoop was doing during the Olympics. I thought that that was a great um, connection of brands, and from a branding standpoint, I'm always going to look at stuff from a branding standpoint. I thought that that was genius, and that was amazing. So this was kind of disappointing, but you know what? I think that instead of us getting up in arms about what other people are doing or what they have reconciled in their mind, I think that we just need to work on our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we are putting a lot of energy into worrying about what they're doing, and I see a lot of people purposely going over to their pages and cussing them out and calling them names, and all the Sambos and you're a sellout. Save that energy and put it into something positive. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is, well, I'm saying tomorrow, but it's actually today because it's early morning hours. It is actually inauguration day. As I look at the time, it's a little bit after 1 o'clock in the morning. So let's put our energy into this day of service. Let's put our energy into remembering MLK and what he stood for and what he brought to the table, and ultimately paid the ultimate sacrifice of him being assassinated while trying to bring this country together and have people see eye to eye, even though that may not be what they wanted at that time. That is what I'm focusing on. I am not worried about any type of inauguration or any of the festivities surrounded by it. I'm not interested. It, for me, is a day of service. It's going to be a day of me just sharing things about MLK. It's going to be a day about supporting other businesses, especially Black businesses, small businesses, women-owned businesses. That's going to be my thing for today, and it's technically early Monday morning. That's going to be my thing today. So that's how I'm going to use my day off. I will probably donate to a couple more places. We actually got quite a bit of a snowstorm in the tri-state area. So if you're in New Jersey or Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware and stuff, we got a lot of snow. I know Westchester County got hit pretty hard. I'm sure they have several inches of snow up there. So that was kind of a late afternoon thing, and as I'm looking out the window, I think it's still snowing a little bit out here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my time, and I am just going to use it for positivity and just go from there. So when you have your own, this is what you can do. Okay? You want to find me on social media at Onyx Queen Media, and I'll talk to you later, you guys. Bye.